back.
Finally.
Man.
I don't even know what episode we're on, to be honest.
How long has it been for real?
I think it was before Bedlam. That was the last time we recorded.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. Let me check real quick.
New season, man. We lit.
Okay, this is episode 9 now. So, episode 9 of Me Personally Podcast. It's your boy right here, Immanuel. I'm with
your boy Jonathan. We in here, man. We lit.
Okay.
Locked in.
24/7 locked in. But new upload schedule for us. We were uploading every Fridays now. So,
yes, sir.
Recording on Thursday, uploading on Fridays. We're gonna make sure we do this weekly. So, let's get right into business. The Big 12 football schedule has been released. And let's talk about Oklahoma State because we care about Oklahoma State a little bit more.
Okay.
I have a little problems with Oklahoma State's schedule. First off, the biggest one, Bedlam. So, some people thought we weren't going to have Bedlam at all this year.
No, we definitely needed Bedlam.
So, usually Bedlam's leave the last week or the second to last week. They scheduled for November 4th. See, so that's like, so we got 3 more games after that.
Nah, I don't like that.
Oh no, maybe someone in the Big 12 got to change that because it's Bedlam. If you're not gonna have Bedlam the last week, at least have Red River Rivalry last week.
Yeah. During
rivalry week, because what's the point of having a rivalry week when OSU and OU's not playing, or Texas or OU's not playing at the last week?
Yeah.
So, but I guess the Big 12 salty at OU and Texas leaving. So at least they still have Oklahoma and Texas still playing. At least they didn't change that. So
yeah.
Because that was some worrisome right there. So, also looking at Oklahoma State's schedule, we have a bye week early, too, after week 4.
Okay.
So, another early bye week. Oklahoma State, and last time I checked, it was also Kansas State. I think it was Kansas State or Baylor. It also has an early bye week. Yeah, it was Kansas State. Kansas State and Oklahoma State both have an early bye week. So, let's see how that ends up with both teams' quarterbacks probably getting injured by the end of the year, probably.
Not speaking of injuries on anybody, but realistically, I feel it.
That's that kind of damage just the last season. So
yeah.
And then having an injured Spencer Sanders throw the ball against Oklahoma 67 times, but
that's crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
Since we ain't talked about it yet, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Insane.
And then he transferred. Then decides he wants to come back, and the coaching staff wasn't letting him come back, and that allowed 3 of our starting receivers wanted to transfer now because he's not coming back. They don't like the offensive coordinator, so
I think some changes are about to be made in the to the coaching staff. So
it should be already changed. I don't know why we're waiting so long.
We all know what needs to happen.
I'm not gonna say
we ain't gonna say it, but we all know what needs to happen. Yeah,
end of era. Let's just say it. End of era.
Start of a new one, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly, I want to coach kind of like Mike Boynton.
We just need a change in when it comes to recruiting. When it comes to, we need a new name. We need to establish a new name, a new brand, bro.
New brand.
We going with this old school.
And it seemed like Oklahoma State doesn't know what their identity is.
We don't have an identity, bro.
We thought we were going to be a defensive team, and then you saw this season.
You want to know what our real identity is? Being mediocre for the whole season and choking at the end and losing to OU. Mm-hmm. That's been our identity for years. For
the past 10 years. And, of course, having that one season when we actually goes all the way, then lose that last game.
Right.
Because TCU really had the season that Oklahoma State should have had last year.
Definitely.
Like, imagine
And I'm low-key salty about it, too.
Yeah, I'm salty about it. Because I feel like, I'm not saying we're going to beat Georgia, but if we would play like Michigan,
we would have gave them a better run for their money than what TCU did, definitely.
Oh, no. And then thing about Michigan choking against TCU, bro, TCU didn't beat Michigan. Michigan beat themselves.
Yeah.
It's... John Harbaugh wants to. Is it John or Jim? Which
Harbaugh?
One of the Harbaugh. Hey, they're both known for choking in the playoffs. So
Hey, not too much now.
Oh, you guys did win the Super Bowl. Yeah, but hey, he wants to go to the NFL, so that's his dream. But he keep on saying he's staying. So for now, so.
But Max Duggan did play a great game that game, so
Mhm.
let's not take that away from
Yeah.
him.
Oh no, but TCU is one of the luckiest team in the Big 12.
Man, we should have beat TCU.
I can go down by each game they
When
won.
we
that
lost
they
to
should have
TCU,
lost.
we lost to TCU and we went downhill from there.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Mhm.
happened. I don't know. Man,
Yeah, the hype. It was just the hype.
yeah.
Especially at the beginning of the year, I was convinced Spencer Sanders was going to win Heisman the way he was playing.
Yeah.
But what? TCU, when they play OU, they injured Dylan Gabriel, and they went on to win the game, which they was already blowing them out to begin with. So, and then when they play Kansas, a game they should have lost against Kansas, and then ends up injuring their quarterback in the fourth quarter, and then the backup quarterback came in, and they still almost lost to the backup quarterback. And then they play Oklahoma State, which Spencer Sanders was rumored not to play after him getting banged up in the Baylor game. Ends up playing, started off well, and then at the end of the game, they keep on having him throw those long arms when he's have like an injured shoulder.
Yeah.
Eventually, the wear and tear is going to go down. Then when they play Kansas State, first QB Adrian Martinez came in, knocked him out. Then Will Howard came in, started playing good. They was winning. Then they knocked him out. So the third string quarterback's in. And then eventually Will Howard comes back in, and they almost lost to Will Howard. And then what? Next game, Baylor game. That's the one they should have lost when they had that no huddle field goal to win the game.
Yeah.
And then
TCU had like a crazy magical miracle season, bro.
Luck.
Like
luck.
the luck is crazy.
I'm saying is luck.
The amount of luck that they had this season was insane.
They have good players on the team, but
Yeah.
I'm just surprised with Max Duggan as the quarterback too, because he wasn't supposed to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah, he lost his job.
He lost his starting job, and then luck happened to him with the starting quarterback getting injured.
Yeah.
But I'm not hating.
I feel like even with that starting quarterback that they had, they wouldn't even have went that far.
Yeah, they would have went that far with the starting quarterback they had. So, and now they're getting all these transfers, these recruits in, these 4-stars and 5-stars coming in there. Something that Oklahoma State can never do. Like, we had the almost same season of TCU last year. But what we did after that,
No recruiting,
no
bro.
recruiting. You thought, we was just 1 inch away from winning the Big 12. So,
And winning the Big 12 and possibly going to the college football playoffs. Crazy.
Yeah, but we was talking about the schedule. So, Oklahoma State's not playing any schools in Texas besides Houston. They're playing at Houston. So the
No
only
Texas,
team,
no Tech.
no Tech, no Baylor, no TCU, no Texas.
This is a weird schedule.
I know.
This is different.
We start off at home, Central Arkansas, and then we play Arizona State at Arizona State, and then we play out South Alabama home, and then we play Iowa State away, which we're probably going to lose that one because we always lose to Iowa State. And then we
play Iowa State at home.
Away.
Oh, we play in Iowa State?
Yeah. So, and then we got a bye week, and then home against Kansas State, home against Kansas. I feel like we're going to lose one of those Kansas games. I feel like we're going to lose against Kansas State. Depends if Jalen Daniels comes back for Kansas. And then away, we lose at West Virginia. Not lose it. We play at West Virginia away. Then Cincinnati at home, Oklahoma at home, UCF away, Houston away. Man, that's a tough travel from.
It is. Florida to Houston?
Yeah.
Man.
You gotta go after playing Bedlam, gotta go all the way to Central Florida, to Orlando, then gotta go all the way to Houston, Texas.
Yeah, they're gonna be traveling, man. But playing no Tech, playing no Texas, playing no Baylor, playing no TCU. I don't know. I don't think I ever seen this before.
Yep. And then
It's different.
We end the season off with BYU. So
Why are we playing?
oh no, we're gonna lose like 4 games probably. So even though this should be a good season,
Yeah.
but easy schedule. We're out playing Texas.
We should get 6 wins. We should have a bowl game. If we don't, then I don't know what to say.
Now let's look at the other school in Oklahoma. So Oklahoma had to change some of their schedules up because they were playing some SEC schools,
Mm-hmm.
but since they're going to the SEC next year, they got to take those schedules off. So we got Arkansas State is their first game. Then the next game is SMU, and then they're going to be at Tulsa, and then they start off their game against Cincinnati. They start their Big 12 games against Cincinnati away.
Cincinnati's moving to the Big 12.
Yeah, Cincinnati, UCF, Cincinnati.
So all these American Conference teams are coming to the Big 12?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that. But
Hey, there's rumors that Arizona State, and Gonzaga all wants to come to the Big 12 now. I'm pretty sure Gonzaga is like almost a close deal.
Gonzaga will be good for basketball for sure. I don't know about football, but
I think, do they even have a football team?
I don't even know.
Yeah, but you got Iowa State, and then you got Texas, and then you got a bye week after Texas game. Then you got UCF, and then you got away from Kansas. Then you got at Oklahoma State for Bedlam. Then you got West Virginia. I'm going to that West Virginia game. And then you got away to BYU, and then you got TCU as their last game.
So they do play TCU.
Mm-hmm. But like Oklahoma State, Baylor actually playing those schools in Oklahoma. So they're not playing OU or Oklahoma State. But they're playing all the Texas schools. So I think Baylor and Oklahoma State's the only teams that's playing all the new conference schools. But I'm looking at I feel like Kansas State is probably going to win the Big 12 this year. That's what I'm saying.
Kansas State. Do they have a pretty easy schedule?
It's just an average schedule. Like they're playing.
How many losses do you see, or do you think?
See, when I'm looking at the schedule, probably the only loss will probably be against Texas, depending how good Texas actually plays this year. Plays good this year. But the only loss I'm really seeing is either Oklahoma State, which is going to be a close one, or TCU. That's the only two ones I see they're losing. But I feel like Kansas State is bringing back the same team from last year besides Deuce Vaughan. Deuce Vaughan. And they still have their starting quarterback, Will Howard, and we don't know if Adrian Martinez is coming back. He's probably going to draft.
Will Howard's probably going to start, though.
So that's what I'm feeling with Kansas State, and then it's going to be his second year starting. So I think Kansas State's going to win it. And then if not Kansas State, it's going to be TCU or Kansas State or OU. See, I have those.
So if we're not playing no TCU, how would they decipher who would win the Big 12? Like, will we just see them in the championship? Like,
yeah, I guess they're probably thinking about doing how SEC has it with the East and West, and the Big Ten has it with East and West, which is bad first of all. So
they're just probably gonna do two different sides of the Big 12 and whoever.
Do north, south, I guess. And
they're probably gonna put all those American Conference teams with the OSU.
So they're probably gonna do Oklahoma State. Well, right now OU, Kansas State, and then all the American Conference teams.
And then
besides
all the
Houston
Texas.
Besides Houston and Florida.
Yeah, and then all the other Texas teams plus
Houston and Florida.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
But it's still kind of.
Shady. If we're going to add American Conference team, I thought they'd at least add Tulsa since they just have another Oklahoma school in there.
Yeah.
But
that's all the American Conference teams gone, though. Houston, Cincinnati, UCF. Who else is in the American Conference? Trying to think of who else. Tulsa. I already said Tulsa.
I know Temple's in there. Memphis,
yeah. I'm surprised they didn't try to put Memphis.
Yeah, surprise. That'd be good for basketball, too. And they're decent in football.
Yeah.
All right, but let's get to the NFL.
Uh-oh.
I don't know. I feel like I said this from the start.
Week before the Super Bowl, who your pick? Who your pick though?
You know, I used to pray for times like this. I'm like this.
Okay, that's all I needed.
That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
All right. I just wanted to make sure you wasn't on no Philly hating stuff like you always are.
Nah, bro. I had all this hype for Jalen Hurts. Like I wanted Jalen Hurts to win MVP.
Mm-hmm.
He probably not going to win too because he didn't play those 2 games. But let's be honest, if he would have played those 2 games, he would have won MVP. But,
he's been playing great. I'm not going.
And then you got people hating on him for no reason. I saw a reporter on Fox. I forgot his dude's name, but he said, "Oh, the 3 best quarterbacks in the playoffs right now." He said Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes on one leg.
And Jalen Hurts just made it to the Super Bowl and had the first seed. Won how many games this season?
What? They lost 2 games, so they won like 13.
The last person to do what he did for real was probably Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully it doesn't end up like Cam Newton.
Hopefully he doesn't lose like Cam Newton did, but
yeah, but this time, Cam Newton didn't really have all those good receivers.
Cam Newton didn't have help. Mm-hmm. And he played against the best defense,
the greatest defense to
ever come through football, bro.
No fly zone, no fly zone, orange crush defense. We all had those names right
there. You had great backers, great D line, and great secondary. So
just to give Shaquille Barrett, he was the sacks leader 2 years ago. He was the backup for Von Miller. So he didn't even play in the Super Bowl that much. So that's how good the defense was. Yeah, but he got for the Super Bowl.
I'm gonna go Philly, bro, just because I don't know. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, but I'm gonna go Philly just because I want to see Jalen Hurts win. I feel like he should still win MVP. Probably not gonna give it to him because let's be realistic here. We know how the NFL is, but I feel like Jalen Hurts should win. He got a nice defense. I feel like his defense can easily step up against Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is also a liability right now because his ankle, but
it's just all about containing Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
because especially he's good at the pocket, but as soon as he gets out of the pockets, he's more dangerous when he gets out of the pocket.
But that's the thing, though. When I was watching the Chiefs play the Bengals, when I seen them play the Bengals. Osai, the guy that made the lay hit out of bounds to set them up in field goal position. Osai played a great game. His only bad play was that last play because 2 plays before that he spent out of a double team and still sacked Patrick Mahomes. So he was still playing a great game. That was his only bad play. But I feel like as long as you keep Patrick Mahomes inside the tackles and inside the pocket, he's gonna get. I wouldn't say flustered, but he's going to have a lot of trouble. And his liability right now is his ankle. So if his ankle is still less than 75%, I feel like the Eagles got a great chance.
And the one thing, the Chiefs, they have a good run game, but not
a great run game. Yeah.
Unlike the Eagles. They have a good O-line, but the running backs, just solid running backs. So I feel like if they can, I would say I'll probably run probably have more people out in coverage more than have people on the line trying to get to Patrick Mahomes. Because if you at least have someone to contain, have someone on the spy on Patrick Mahomes, especially on the third downs. Yeah. So, that's what the Broncos, it doesn't really work too much because our offense is going to throw the interceptions. But when the Broncos play the Chiefs, they always have a close game against them. Yeah. It's mostly because, Vic Fangio did this last year. He had 3 people on the line blitzing, but has them on contain or something like that, and has someone on the spy on third down. And then that's what the Bengals did in the conference championship game when they played them. Yeah. And I remember when the announcer was saying, the Bengals saw what the Broncos did against Patrick Mahomes a couple of games ago. Changed that whole entire defense.
This is also, I feel like the game plan is going to have to change for both teams because you got to also game plan with the weather. So when they were playing in Kansas City, it was freezing. So they're not going to try to throw the ball deep down the field if it's cold, or they're going to try to run and throw short passes, get what they can get. But now that they're playing in Arizona in the dome, everything's going to change.
Especially both teams. Both were playing in cold weather too. Yeah.
So both teams are going to try to air the ball out. And I feel like both teams should.
Especially with the Chiefs, you got some speedsters on the team.
Yeah.
And also you got to make sure the try to double team Travis Kelce because he's going to get the ball.
Yeah, if they get him the ball early, the Eagles are definitely in trouble. Travis Kelce is definitely their X factor, and if he gets the ball early and get them going,
if you're trying to look how to play against Patrick Mahomes, is look at teams that play him the most, like the Broncos, Raiders, and Chargers, and see how they do against him. Yeah. Or look at teams that beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, like the Bengals and the Buccaneers. So that's just a good way just to guard Patrick Mahomes, but I feel like it's going to be a good game. I feel like defense is going to be the key for both teams. So,
right.
But it just depends who gets the last play. I feel like it's going to go down to a last drive.
It's going to go down to a trick play, bro.
No,
I feel
knowing both teams too. So, but let's talk about the 49ers versus Eagles game. 4 quarterbacks they went through this season.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, but it's the 49ers. They do this every year, so.
Yeah. I seen this post on Instagram, House of Highlights or SportsCenter posted. It was like they spent like $10,000 to go see the backup for
I saw that.
Birdie.
The thing is, like, he wasn't like, I didn't really watch the game because I woke up, it was already a blowout. I'm like, oh. But I was like looking at the box score, and I was looking at some of the highlights. Like, it didn't look like a terrible game from like the 4th string quarterback. He's just going to do his job, hand off the ball. Like, you can. I blame this game not on the quarterback, but I blame it more on the defense. If you're going to let and the coaching too, especially after the Devontae Smith catch. If you see a receiver after he catched the ball, especially in the first quarter, doing this, saying no huddle, that means something's up with the. That means he didn't really catch the ball. That's what, if you're a coach and you've seen someone do this, I know it's at the moment too, and it's like looking at hindsight, but if you see a receiver doing this, saying no huddle, trying to get back on the ball, that's when
he didn't catch it, yeah.
That's when you throw the challenge flag out there, because he didn't catch it, so, but he's not going to say it, so.
Yeah.
So I blame this more on the
That was a great conversion, by the way. And that was a smart play by Devontae Smith. Trying to get that hurry-up offense. And they actually scored on that drive. That was a crazy play.
So if I was Kyle Shanahan, I would call a timeout or throw a challenge flag so they can look at the play again. But then, of course, 49ers fans are going to use that play as the excuse. But, like, you can't really blame the referee if the coach is not going to challenge the play.
At the end of the day, look at the score. You can't blame that one play on the score.
Yeah. And then, they had 2 fumbles from Josh Johnson and Christian McCaffrey. Not Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuels, too. That also cost him the game, so. And, take away that one score is still 24-7, so.
And what about the year before that when they lost in the same game?
Same game. How do you beat a team twice in one season and then lose the third time? But you can also blame by, the questionable drafting decisions of not drafting a good quarterback. 2017, they had the 2nd pick overall. They traded down to the 3rd pick, and then the Bears took Mitchell Trubisky. Then they drafted Solomon Thomas, and when they could have had Patrick Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, and then they was trying to wait to get Kirk Cousins. They didn't get Kirk Cousins, so instead they traded for Jimmy Garoppolo and made him the highest paid player at the NFL at the time in 2018. He ended up getting injured. They went on to the Super Bowl. Then they blamed Jimmy Garoppolo for selling, but he's 32 years old, so he's a 32-year-old who just got all the hype for playing the Patriots offense, which. Just like the 49ers, just like the 49ers, it's probably an easy offense to play as a quarterback.
It's definitely a system. That's why he looks so good.
And then 2020, coming off a Super Bowl appearance, got injured. They were trying to sign Tom Brady, didn't sign Tom Brady, so they ended up having a bad season. Then they traded up with like the Lions, trading 3 first-round picks and 1/3 to have the 3rd pick overall for Trey Lance. Trey Lance. Didn't play him all year long, still had Jimmy Garoppolo. He had all this drama with Jimmy Garoppolo the whole entire season, but somehow still ended up going all the way to the NFC Championship game, then losing because you blame Jimmy Garoppolo. Now you have an opportunity with Trey Lance coming in. Trey Lance came in, got injured. Jimmy Garoppolo came in, got injured. Then got lucky Brock Purdy to turn to Tom Brady. Then at the end of the season.
Well, he won 7 games straight.
Yeah. But let's see how the luck with his quarterbacks. Just the luck with Kyle Shanahan and his
You
quarterbacks.
think Trey Lance is gonna come back and start though?
Thing is, Brock Purdy's out for the whole entire season next year. So
okay.
So it's either they want to see if a team wants to trade for Trey Lance, or they're going to try to keep him, but also keep Brock Purdy for the year after. It depends who Kyle Shanahan is more comfortable with. It seemed like Brock Purdy's probably that kind of quarterback that Kyle Shanahan is used to. Like, not on top of my head, I don't really see him with any other mobile dual threat quarterbacks. You gotta look at his quarterbacks in the past, even when he was coaching on the Falcons too. So when he was also coordinating for the Falcons, he had Brock Purdy, he had Jimmy Garoppolo, he had Brian Hoyer at one time. Who else he had? He had Matt Ryan. And then going back when he was the assistant coach with his dad back in Washington. Before that, he had Kirk Cousins, and then eventually he had Robert Griffin III. So
yeah, so 1 hour ago, ESPN said that Trey Lance will start, obviously because Brock Purdy is hurt, but I don't think they're thinking about trading him.
Yeah, and also Jimmy Garoppolo's going to free agency, so they can try to get him back for a cheaper contract. So yeah, but speaking about quarterbacks, there's one certain quarterback seemed to be a free agent. Lamar Action Jackson. What do you think about it as a Ravens fan?
I'm kind of mad about it, but kind of happy again for Lamar because I feel like he's probably gonna go somewhere where he
where teams want him,
where someone wants him. Because clearly we don't want him if we're not paying him. They was talking about franchise tagging him. That was a while ago. They still haven't did that. Still haven't offered him any extension, anything. So, I mean, it looks like we're just gonna have to rebuild again because they traded away Marquise Brown.
So let me give you like a little offer. If you're the Baltimore Ravens,
I'm not taking no offer except for the Detroit Lions offer
the Detroit Lions
that we talked about.
If the Detroit Lions call Jim Harbaugh, wherever the Harbaugh is, and say, yo, we got the 2023 first round pick, the number 6 pick, in our 2023 first round pick, the 18th pick, and the second round pick for this year, plus a 4th round pick and a 3rd round pick, and Jared Goff. Will you take that trade?
I would definitely take that trade, but that's only if Lamar don't want to be there, and that's only if they're not going to offer Lamar.
Because I feel like Detroit has the cap space, especially after they trade away Jared Goff. They can sign Lamar into a big contract too.
Yeah, and Lamar would fit great into their system.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be mad at that. I just want Lamar to go somewhere where he can win, and he'll be happy. He could be Lamar Jackson, and I feel like Detroit is a place that he could do that. I don't see him going to. I heard someone talking about he's going to the Cowboys. I can't see him going to no Cowboys. I can't see him going nowhere besides Detroit or
How about this?
Tampa.
So
since Tom Brady retired, I wouldn't be surprised if Tampa was going to give us a run for their money and run for our money and try to get Lamar. I wouldn't be surprised.
Tampa. It depends what Miami wants to do with two. Especially having 3 concussions in one season. After 3 concussions in one season, you should retire. So
yeah, he is about.
I don't know because I've been rooting for him. But at the end,
it's hard to recover from that though. He could easily get CTE, anything.
Yeah, if he not already has it too. So
yeah.
If I was too, and also the guy who discovered did that movie Concussion, that the doctor in that movie, in real life, he said that Tua should retire after the first concussion.
Yeah,
because the way the hit looked. But it's the NFL. You don't care about the players as much. What was it? Oh yeah. So if Seattle calls in. Similar offer, what they would do for Lamar, but Lamar would have better receivers than he would have at Detroit. So they said 2 first-round picks, the Broncos first round.
Who's the other better receiver? I mean, all they got is DK
and Tyler Lockett.
Tyler Lockett is he's a great receiver.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's not a great receiver, but
I say two good.
Look at how young Detroit is, and then look at how young Seattle is. It's a big difference. I feel like Lamar would want to go somewhere where it's...
The thing is, you gotta see Lamar. He's 26 years old. He's around the same age as DK Metcalf and all the other people at Seattle. So it's all about the time frame of these players, because you don't want some older dude. Like, I'm not saying Lamar is old, but it is his like 4th season right now.
Yeah.
And all the other players at Seattle are around their 4th, 5th, 6th season. So.
But how long has Tyler Lockett been? He got drafted in 2015.
How old is he?
He was on NCAA 14, bro.
Oh.
That's how I know. Like,
okay, he's 30 years old.
Yeah,
I thought he was like 27 or 28.
Nah, he's been in 8 years now.
Yeah, but it's still better receivers than what they have at.
And he's injury prone too.
Yeah.
So.
But, Seattle comes in, gives you offer 2 first-round picks, a 2nd round, a 3rd round, and Geno Smith for Lamar. We say no to that.
I would take Geno Smith over Jared Goff any day.
Okay. I like that. I feel like that.
It's just, am I gonna get the same picks as Detroit though? Like, is Seattle gonna give me the same type of picks that? I mean, is Seattle gonna give me the same type of picks as Detroit would give me? And if not, no, I'm not taking it.
So Seattle has the 5th pick because of the Broncos.
Okay.
They also have the 20th pick, and they also have 2 2nd-round picks, a 3rd-round pick, a 4th-round pick, a 5th-round pick. All right, 2 5th-round picks and a 6th-round pick. So I feel like they can offer 2 first-round picks, a 2nd-round pick, a 4th, and a 3rd, and Geno Smith.
Okay, I'll take that one. Because, yeah, okay, I would. Because definitely, Geno Smith definitely would win. That's the difference between the two. Geno Smith over Jared Goff, bro.
Okay, this is my last one. All right. So what if, this some random team, I'm just throwing it out there.
No. I'm not taking no trades from Denver, bro.
The Denver Broncos.
And I do not want Russ. I don't want Russ, bro. No,
for Lamar.
No,
straight up.
No.
You want a Super Bowl winning quarterback, or just someone who won't lose for someone just losing the 2nd round?
I'll take Dak Prescott before I take Russell Wilson, bro.
Okay, so Russell Wilson for Lamar straight up.
Russell Wilson's going to put the Ravens more in debt. After that big contract that y'all just offered him and he didn't win nothing, we're straight on that.
All right. But, just think about it. Russell Wilson, Lamar.
I like the offer, though. I like the effort.
Nah,
I'm not taking it, though.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the biggest news that happened this week. Tom Brady retired.
Yes, sir.
Finally.
The GOAT.
All right. Finally.
Yeah.
Hey, my team's 3-1 against Tom Brady, so in the playoffs. So I think the Broncos are actually the worst team he has a record against.
Dang, really?
It's just that no fly zone defense. He didn't win 2 Super Bowls because of us. So that's all I got to say.
Tom Brady record against the Ravens.
Didn't guys beat you with the Deflategate or something like that? Was that season too?
I don't know. Oh, he's 8-5. Yeah. Woo, he above 500 against us. That's crazy.
He's above 500 for most teams. Well, the Cowboys loss was his first loss against the Cowboys. But before that, he was 7-0, right? 7-0 or 8-0. So
1-0 against the Patriots, 6-1 against the Raiders, 6-4 against the Rams, 8-5 against the Ravens.
It's crazy. He beat the Rams twice when they was in St. Louis and when they were in Los Angeles. That's the crazy thing. Yeah, but
longevity, man.
Bro, he really plays since 2000. Bro.
Bro got drafted in 2000.
2000. That's the crazy part, and he's still playing.
That is a long time.
Yeah, but it was kind of a mistake for him coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, lost his wife and stuff like that, but
Hey, Tom Brady's Tom Brady, though.
Hey, City Boys. City Boys. I think I saw his new girl Yes.
You see his ex-wife wished him a happy retirement, though?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, but let's talk about another legendary person coming out of retirement. Former Super Bowl winning head coach of the New Orleans Saints, Sean Payton, is coming back. He's going to the Denver Broncos.
How do you make a trade? You can trade for coaches nowadays?
Yeah, you can trade for coaches.
Bro, since when? This is the first time I've ever seen this.
Well, I think the Raiders and Bucks trade when John Gruden, he got traded to the Buccaneers, and they went on to win the Super Bowl.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So I'm saying the last time that happened, the Broncos might end up winning the whole entire thing next year.
Hopefully, Sean Payton can bring the dog out of rest.
If he can turn like a 38-year-old Drew Brees to be in the playoffs for 4 straight years, thinking that he was going to win it all too. Like, they were close by winning it all, but they played the Vikings and then that whole entire Rams thing.
That was crazy. That should have been
year. They should have won.
That year they should have won the Super Bowl. I could give the Saints that.
Yeah. It's just the script writers in the NFL.
I see somebody just told me that too.
Bro.
Like they were like they'd be practicing for the scripts. Like,
yeah, bro. I saw
scripted.
Alvin Kamara was making a tweet about this because some former players say like, "Oh, the NFL scripted," and then Alvin Kamara tweeted like, "Oh, I walked out the training camps when he showed my script for the Saints." I'm
Man,
like, that's crazy. Like, bro, imagine going up to I don't know. Like, imagine going up.
if you think about it, it might be true though. Like. They are paid. They might be paid actors.
Hey, I just say it's hard. You really gonna tell grown men like, yo, we want you to lose?
Yeah.
Like, imagine telling someone on like the Cleveland Browns for 3 straight years to have a lose. Imagine telling Myles Garrett, yo, we want you to lose for three games. No, 17 games. 2-0-17 seasons too.
Bro.
And then
you lose 34 games straight. That is. Crazy.
Like, imagine telling MVP Cam Newton, yo, just don't dive on the ball against when you play.
Man.
Like, I don't know. This sounds stupid. I say the referee favors the games a lot.
Definitely,
I'll say that.
Definitely.
I'll say that. If you're saying that scripted, probably the referee helps the games a lot.
Yeah.
But you can't really tell a player, Imagine just handing up the script to, Robert Griffin III. Like, yo, RG3, we want you to break your leg in this game. Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm seeing tweets like that. I'm like, bro, yeah, I don't really think it's scripted and all. And how people was going on this whole entire theory about DeMar Hamlin.
Yeah.
And then
this ain't the WWE, bro.
And then DeMar Hamlin has to force to make a video of him going on live and stuff. Like,
bro.
It's crazy.
They talking about he didn't show his face. Maybe he doesn't want to show his face,
you got
bro.
people out here like, oh, man, it's the NFL. You guys got to get out of the Matrix, Get out the Matrix. But, hey, fans are crazy. But, what else is there? That's pretty much it. Well, I want to talk about the NFL besides, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. But, Pro Bowl, I think it's this weekend. So, you saw that Tyler Huntley, Trevor Lawrence, and Derek Carr all going to be in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy. But you know what I realized, though? I was watching the Ravens the other day, and we went 7-3 with Lamar. Like, he was playing. When I say great football,
you guys were winning your division when he was playing. Like,
and we still made the playoffs.
I remember he only had like 2 bad games. So
we should never lost that Jacksonville game. We lost
against the Bills, and that was a close one.
Yeah,
you guys had like a 20-3 lead too.
Yeah. We should never lost against the Jaguars, the Bills, or who else? The Dolphins.
Do you guys beat the Chiefs? I thought you guys beat the Chiefs during the season.
We did.
Check
when Lamar was playing, we did beat the Chiefs. We lost. Lamar went 7-3 when he was playing.
So he lost against the Miami Dolphins. That was the first game he lost, and it was a close one too.
Yeah, we lost against the Dolphins,
Bills,
the Jaguars, and the Bills.
It was the Giants. The Giants is the one you guys lost to.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys lost to the Dolphins, Giants, Bills, and Jaguars. And after the Jaguars lost, Lamar didn't play after that.
Yeah. So we went 7-4, 8-4 with Lamar. Yeah. Great football, by the way.
What?
And if Lamar stays healthy and he comes back next year, y'all don't want to see us, bro. Nobody wants to see the Ravens in the. And I'm saying it now. If Lamar come back, y'all do not want to see us, bro. It's a fact.
It's gonna be crazy when he's in Detroit too.
Clip clip this. Clip it. Because if he comes back
in Detroit,
nah.
Seattle,
nah.
Denver,
no sir. In the Baltimore Ravens jersey, number 8, in the royal purple.
Sure not. Tampa Bay jersey.
If he comes back in the Baltimore Ravens jersey, y'all do not want to see us. No team in the league wants to see us.
Okay.
I don't care if it's Joe Burrow. I don't care if it's Patrick Mahomes. I don't care if it's Jalen Hurts. I don't care if it's Josh Allen. Lamar. If Lamar comes back in the Ravens uniform, he will be the best quarterback in the league, and no team wants to see us. Period. Point blank. Clip it and play it whenever it happens. I'm saying that now.
Yeah, but let's get right to the NBA. It's predicted next week LeBron James is supposed to pass Kareem's record.
Oh, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's predicted to be against the Thunder next week. You know how high the tickets are going for right now?
$92,000. We're looking at the same thing.
$92,000. It's crazy. People are paying to see Shea. That's crazy. That's the reason why they want to go to this. People want to see MJ, Maple Jordan.
MJ, that's Shea.
Yeah, they came near Shea. I don't know. This LeBron.
Hemi Neutron. Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, but 92,000 is crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got that game. Imagine if someone got the game for cheap at the beginning of the year, which is probably not going to be cheap at the beginning of the year, but
I mean, I know someone that has season tickets.
Watch him not play. That's the crazy thing. Watch him not play.
Nah, he's gonna play. He's trying to break this record.
Nah, if I was the Thunder, I would triple team him the whole entire game.
I feel like the Thunder's actually gonna win this game though. The Thunder's on the rise, and we're gonna get to that later. We're just gonna get to that later.
Just wait to the trade deadline. We're gonna make a trade. We're gonna make a trade for someone. I know it.
And it's gonna be a great trade.
Hopefully, it's for.
I can't wait to see.
Hopefully, for a solid bigman or a secondary scorer.
Everybody like, why are y'all Thunder fans? Why y'all Thunder? Bro, watch. You'll see why we Thunder fans, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Watch.
Yeah, bro. I was supposed to go to the game when it was at Philadelphia too, but I had something came up at work. So, and they ended up winning that game too. I'm like, man, I missed the best game of the year.
I was going to Thunder games all break, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Man, lit. I'm excited. The Thunder is young, bro.
If the Thunder makes the play-in, I'm buying me a ticket if it's at home.
All right, listen to this take. This might be a crazy take, but me and Kylon was talking about this yesterday in the car. So, you know the Spurs team with Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker, Danny Green, and Kawhi.
Mm-hmm.
Is it crazy to say that the Thunder is trying to how do I put this? They're trying to take on that identity just in a cooler way, like in a more younger way. Is it valid to say that? Crazy take? Because if you think about it, Chet, Tim Duncan, right?
Okay, that's where you lost me right there.
Listen. No, I'm not saying that Chet is better than. I'm not saying nothing like that. I'm just saying like the style of play. Like, obviously Chet can probably shoot better than Tim Duncan, but like post play, I feel like he could develop a good post play because the Thunder develops great players, bro. So I feel like just give him a little bit of time and maybe we can, and then who else? Oh, Josh Giddey's gonna play probably the Ginobili role. I don't know. Maybe it's a crazy take.
It is a crazy take. It is a
crazy take, but I like crazy takes. So just listen though. It's gonna be crazy, bro. Just
nah. That's the craziest take I heard.
Listen, no, bro. Listen.
I'm realistic too. I'm realistic as a Thunder fan, but I'd be crazy about the Thunder too. But I don't know. Spurs is crazy. No. When I say if you're not trying to be like someone else. You want to create that new team. You don't want to be.
I'm not saying be like them, but we're gonna be just as good as them.
I want to be nailed down 15 years later. Oh man, remember the back in the days in the 2020s Thunders. Like I want to be people talking about the Thunder like that, not talking like, oh man, the Thunder was like the Spurs 2.0 or something like that.
No, not like the Spurs 2.0. Like we're gonna have our own identity and our own brand or whatever, but
are you talking
like
about
we're just gonna be just as good? Like,
are you talking about like the way we're like drafting these players and developing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense. That's what makes more sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Which that's where it should have been. Like that's how the Warriors built their dynasty. Besides adding KD and stuff, like the Warriors get too much hate for signing KD, but if you really think about
everybody else got drafted.
Everyone else got drafted.
Steph, Clay, Draymond
for like the first run. Steph, Clay, Draymond, Harrison Barnes.
Yeah,
and then KD came in. That helped them a lot. KD left. They played bad for 2 years after that.
Still got Jordan Poole.
Got Jonathan Kuminga. Got all these young players.
Developed them in the G League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All these players went through the G League too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
And then now they went on winning a championship. Like they showed the formula. Like that's what the Thunder are doing. Like most of the rookies that they had, they started off in the G League. I remember when Josh Gay was starting off in the G League too.
Yeah.
And that's how teams should probably be building their players, not just throw them out in the fire, let them start the game,
like the Houston Rockets.
Like the Houston Rockets. That's the perfect example. Like the Houston Rockets. You got Jalen Green out here checking up 40 shots a game. And then trying to talk trash to Cade Cunningham, even though Cade's like, I'm just chilling here.
Yeah.
And then look at Jabari Smith Jr. The problem with the Rockets, they don't really have a true playmaker, too. So
they're just out there having fun. They're playing like YMCA basketball, like pickup basketball. I don't think they don't have like any structure right now. And they're all young. I understand that, but
no, like I'm now good. Now it's good that I'm like, okay, we didn't draft Jabari Smith Jr. So, but imagine we would have took that Canadian dude from that plays at Indiana right now.
Who?
Benedict
Bennett. Yeah, I know.
He would have been good as a small forward for us too.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Him, maybe Keegan Murray. I'm not really too big on Keegan Murray. Maybe because I'm hating on him a little bit, but
Benedict Mathurin.
Yeah.
Mathurin. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he would have been good with us, but especially another Canadian on the team. We already have 3 of them. Like, let's just build the whole entire team for a Canadian. Like, we call we're the Oklahoma City Canadians right here. So, honestly, just add them onto the squad, to be honest. But
is Shea the best Canadian basketball player right now?
Yes.
Facts.
It's not even a question.
Not even close.
Not even a question. Like, I don't want to sound too crazy. He might be the best Canadian basketball player of all time. Like, but I've got just Steve Nash. But he's technically also from South Africa. So.
Steve Nash shouldn't have won the MVPs that he won. Crazy take again, but it's actually not that crazy because Kobe definitely should have won. But
LeBron should have won that year.
Kobe should. I think he has 2, and Kobe should have won one of them. Because if you look at it, Steve Nash only averaged 13 when he won that MVP.
Yeah, that is crazy that he only averaged 13. No disrespect to Steve Nash, but it's crazy that he only averaged 13 points and 1 MVP. That showed how basketball was back in 2000. They value winning more than stats back in the day. So
yeah,
even though LeBron had 30 points, 8 and 8,
didn't even win a ring that year.
21 years old. Well, LeBron was 21 years old. He averaged 35 and 6. Had the third best record in the East, but lost to Steve Nash for MVP. Came in second place.
Yeah, he won MVP twice in 2 years in a row. The first year, I think LeBron should have won that one, and then Kobe should have won the second one.
Another player that got robbed from MVP probably was D Wade back in, I think it was 2006. That's when he could have won one too. So a lot of young players that could have won MVP. Let's be honest, LeBron should have had 7.
And then he won runner-up against Dirk Nowitzki in 2006, 2007. Yeah, crazy.
That's crazy. But they're going to announce the AllStars later on today. So you think Shea's going to actually get in there? He should have been starting.
He should be starting. He's avid, bro.
I know. Warriors fans don't want to hear this. They're the 7th seed right now. Steph Curry barely played this year. He didn't play for a month.
How does Steph Curry become? I don't know. I don't like how this.
Hey, the Warriors
works.
have a strong fan base, especially when their ambassador, one of the ambassador is that K-pop singer, and just tell all his fans like, "Yo, vote for Steph Curry," and they're all gonna vote for Steph Curry. That's how Andrew Wiggins started last year.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins almost started this
Someone
year
said
too.
Andrew Wiggins is a better Canadian basketball player than Shea. How long did it take Andrew Wiggins to become good? Realistically, he got hurt. He did get hurt.
You know,
I give
he
him
was
that.
He was a solid 20 points per game scorer, but he never averaged like more than 20, 26, 27.
And they was like, yeah, he's a two-way player. He is a two-way player.
Shay's
but come on, bro.
Shay's a two-way player now. Like he's top 10 in steals, top 15 in blocks.
Yeah.
So can't really say Shay's not a two-way player.
And Shay's a score at will. He could get a bucket when he wants to. Andrew Wiggins. Nah.
Yeah. I'll say Shay's like, well, who you have as your top 5 point guards right now?
I don't know. This might sound biased, but I'm gonna say Shea just because of what he's doing. Like, he's on the Thunder, bro, and and if you look at the West, how close the West is, they're like the Thunder's not even making the play-in game. But if you look at the West and how many games we're behind, and it's not that far.
We're only 2 games behind the 7th seed right now.
Yeah, that's not that far. So
a lot of things can happen. Like, and teams ahead of us are like teams like the Jazz, who are probably going to try to lose some more games now. Especially going to try. I feel like the Jazz are going to trade away a lot of their players. Like Lauri Markkanen is going to try to trade him away.
Why would they do that though? Lauri Markkanen is balling right now.
Like, it's kind of like what the Thunder did. Like, had like a good team.
They're trying to draft.
They're trying to draft.
I understand,
picks.
but
so like if they want to keep Lauri Markkanen or not, it probably doesn't fit their time. Like Lauri Markkanen's 22 years old, 23 years old right now. So they're trying to make sure all their players fit their timeline of rebuilding, because they don't want to still tank, still have Lauri Markkanen, and by the time all their young players start getting good around 25, 21, 22 years old, Lauri Markkanen's already in 28 years old, 29 years old, already spent the rest of his prime up.
Yeah.
It's the same way with the Thunder too, because we gotta hurry up and get these talents for Shea, because Shea's 22 years old right now. We don't want to wait as long enough for Shea to be. He's in the start of his prime right now.
Yeah.
So we don't know how long his prime's gonna be. We don't want us to be still out here in the middle of the pack tanking and stuff. So I feel like make the play next year. Hopefully during the offseason we make a big splash, something like that. Somehow Chet becomes KD like everybody else in Oklahoma thinks. I don't know. Chet's gonna be like KD.
Nobody could be like KD, bro.
I don't know.
KD's the best scorer basketball has ever seen.
The way people here in Oklahoma was talking about Chet, I'm like, it's Chet.
Me personally, I don't.
I'm not the biggest.
I'm not a big Chet fan.
I'm not a big Chet fan too,
but yeah, back to the question. I think Shea. You said just point guards, right?
Just point guards.
Shea. I'm gonna have to put Ja when he plays. What is Luka, bro? What position is he?
He's a point guard.
He's a point guard. Okay, I'll put Luka in there. I don't know, because people be saying Luka's not a point guard. Luka's not.
Like I was saying that at the beginning, but the beginning part of this year he wasn't playing point guard, but now they have him playing point guard now.
Yeah, I would say Luka, Shea, Ja. I'm gonna still put Curry in there because it's Curry.
Yeah.
And then my last one,
probably like Trey or something like that.
Trae Young. I could put Trae Young in there. I don't mind putting Trae Young in there.
I'm gonna rank them real quick. So I got Luka number 1, and then
that was no order, by the way. I was just naming.
Yeah. So I got Luka number 1. Then 2, I got Curry right now. I can't really think about anybody else being better than Curry. 3, it's close for me too. So either between Shea or Ja. But I feel like Shea has more of a
bag.
More of a bag.
Let's just put it like that.
He has more of a bag than Ja Morant. I love Ja Morant too, so like I'm a huge Ja Morant fan. So,
but Shea can get to any spot that he wants
and just better shooter. Not a better driver than
inside scorer. Yeah,
inside scorer as Ja, but better shooter, plays good on defense. I feel like
that alone, I would put him above.
So
Ja.
I'd say he's a better defender than Ja. Then I have 4 at Ja. And then I got 5 is, I guess, Trae Young. I guess that's
Either
that's the one I can't really think of any other point guards that's better than Trae Young. Well, besides those 4 players I mentioned before, but I guess I got Trae Young at 5.
Either Trae Young or De'Aaron Fox, because De'Aaron Fox is killing
De'Aaron
right
Fox
now.
is killing right now.
So,
yeah, but I don't want to say
them too.
Oh, I love De'Aaron Fox too. I forgot about him. De'Aaron Fox, and also got Darius Garland too.
Darius Garland. Yeah.
Oh wait. How did I
Kyrie.
Kyrie. I forgot about
Kyrie.
Kyrie.
Yeah. Nah, Kyrie's definitely.
All right, let me redo this whole time
Yeah.
list. All right, number 1.
The crazy thing, we thought about it at the same time. Yeah.
Number 1, I got Luka. Number 2, I got Curry. Number 3, I got Kyrie over Shea.
Okay.
4, 4 Shea, 5 Jaw. That's
okay. That's final.
That's what I have.
That would be mine too.
You can switch between 4 or 5 with Shea and Jaw, whoever you depends on. But I like the Shea defense more. But
yeah. I would do it. I
can't believe I forgot about Kyrie. Like, I was looking, I look at the Brooklyn Nets. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Some people say Kyrie's a shooting guard, but I say he's a point guard. So.
No, sir.
But I have him at point guard. You know?
Yeah. I can't believe I forgot about it.
Because I was like thinking about, I was looking at the Sixers like James Harden. Well, yeah, James Harden. Now I'm like thought about Kyrie.
I had to start thinking about the teams in the East because I'm not looking at anything. But I started thinking about the teams in the East. I'm like, who do the East have when it comes to guards?
Yeah, I was like only thinking about the West for a while.
And you know what's crazy? I've been watching Kyrie
I've
been watching him more than I've been watching Shea and Ja.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know how that slipped through my head too. Like Kyrie right now averaging 27,
and people not giving him his credit. He's literally carrying without KD
right now. Like, hey, if the media would like him, they would say he's an MVP candidate. But the media doesn't like him for reason. But hey, they try to cancel a man, but he doesn't want to be canceled. So. All right, so swept Bedlam last night.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You know, the OSU basketball has to get that lick back against OU.
Imagine having free admission and still getting blown out.
Oh yeah, they let the OSU people in.
They let everybody when I say everybody, I feel like everybody was at that game.
Man, if I didn't know how it worked, I would definitely went to that game.
I didn't know it was free admission until the game started, bro. Mm-hmm. So
I saw that. I was like going to work and I see something on OSU Barstool and it's like free admission. I'm like, oh, OSU people's gonna try to pack that. Yeah. I feel like that. I wish our games would be free admission like that, but honestly, it's hard to find seats if you don't go to an OSU basketball game early. It's gonna be hard.
Have you been into the OU's arena though?
No, I've never been to OU's arena.
It's nice.
I do need to go to Norman more. Like I've only been to Norman twice right now. I went to the Kansas State and Oklahoma game and that other game that I want to mention. So
yeah.
So I gotta go to Norman more. It's actually fun. Better at night atmosphere than Oklahoma State. I'm not saying
better fans, but
better fans.
And better like scenery wise.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool,
and they get the stadium packed too, especially at the OU games. Which, it feels like a lot more people. I feel like the way OSU should do it, they should do it like OU. Not have the seats marked off as guarantee like seat spot. Have that as general admission. Because I think that's what OU does. They have all their seats as general admissions.
Yeah, and it's first come, first serve.
Of course, like all the other seats, like they have like this, like the
floor seats. Obviously,
the floor seats are all for like the people who actually pay for extra seats. But they should have majority of the seats there for like general admission.
But I like OU's basketball arena, stadium, whatever you want to call it, because when you walk in, you walk in right, and it's like. You can see like all the concession stands, everything. So it's like all around, and then you keep walking, and the court is down. So you walking down to the court with seats around. It's pretty cool. Like how OSU's goes up, theirs is not like that. Theirs is down instead. Okay, it's pretty cool.
So what do you think is better, OU or the OSU arena for basketball?
OU's definitely.
Yeah, okay, that's
definitely. I
know I'll be looking at, it, but like I'm not really feeling the OSU arena too. Like the way is like. You can tell it's probably built more for.
It's compact.
It's built more for their wrestling team, to be honest.
It's definitely
for basketball.
It's definitely compact.
Yeah, but baseball season starting soon. I guess I'll start watching that and then take a nap while I'm watching it. But baseball season starting to see softball. But another thing I want to talk about, bro, Candace Parker going to the Las Vegas Aces.
Man.
It was a crazy week for WNBA. Breanna Stewart's going to Liberty from the Storm to the Liberty. That's a big signing for New York too. You got Sabrina Neskis and Breanna Stewart. So I feel like that's going to be a deadly duo. And then you got the Warriors of the WNBA with the Las Vegas Aces that just won the championship.
Asia Wilson. Who else? Who they else?
You got Asia Wilson, who won MVP and Finals MVP. You got the second leading scorer of the on the team with Kelsey Plum. You got Candace Parker, who won the championship last year. They also got the most improved player too on their team. I forgot who was the players too. I'm not really too familiar wise, but I'm trying to get to know more about the WNBA too when I'm learning. I'm still learning about this, but I know they have some ball players on their team.
So this is what I was talking about on the
Yeah, so Kelsey Plum was the leading scorer on the team, and then you got Asia Wilson, Jackie Young, and then you got also Chelsea Gray. Those four players right there.
So this is what I mean with like the court and stuff. So you like walk in when you walk in up here and you walk down to your seats. It's pretty cool. Honestly, I feel like a lot of people should start.
Yeah, it's a little more spread out too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird how we have our like student seats too, because like you can have more students in that arena too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we don't have that much room for the students.
And we have a lot of students that be going to. Well, like when we played, that was crazy.
You have to be at the arena like at least 10 minutes before the doors even open to get good seats. Because if you don't get good seats, you're gonna be sitting all the way up in the 3,000 section. Luckily, I found some seats. Unlike you guys, I found some good seats. I found good seats for myself at the Bedlam game when they was playing out here. So Asia Wilson won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And then you got Jackie Young winning Most Improved Player. And then you got Coach of the Year with Becky Hamden, which she's a good coach. She should be coaching the NBA too. I thought she would end up coaching the NBA when she was assistant coach for the Spurs. So you got those three players, and then you're adding and also you got Jackie Young, Chelsea Gray, Asia Wilson, Kelsey Plum, 20 points per game. I think she's leading in the WNBA or she's leading on the team. And then now you're adding Candace Parker. If they don't win it all, that would be a huge disappointment, to be honest. Almost like big as a disappointment like the Denver Broncos this year. Yeah, when the Denver Broncos not even the best team in their own state, that's the problem. Like, people talking about Colorado more, like, man, but that's pretty much where I got it for this whole entire podcast right now. Thanks for back.
We missed a lot.
We
didn't cover everything, but y'all know hopefully y'all know what's been going on in sports. Dion changing stuff over there at Colorado.
OSU losing their whole entire roster.
Their roster in the transfer portal.
And then replacing their defensive coordinator with a D3 defensive coordinator.
Yeah. NBA's been getting excited. Philly's about to win the Super Bowl. What else? WNBA's about to get started back up with the Super Teams. What else? I don't know. Just stay tuned, man.
Stay tuned.
Stay up to date. We're gonna be back, man. We about to be more consistent this go around. Everybody about to be back in here.
Yeah.
We just getting it started. We about to be cool.
Oh, you saw that Eagles player who got indicted with?
Yes, he went here.
He went here, yeah.
Yeah, crazy. We'll talk about that later because
it's a Philly thing. It's a Philly.
I'm not gonna take no stance on it. You can't put nothing past nobody.
You can't.
But hey, man, good luck with Hopefully
I think he still be able to go to the Super Bowl, but his core is the day after the Super Bowl.
Nah, he can't practice or travel with the team.
He can't?
No. He can't play. He can't travel. Nothing. Because his court date is not until after the Super Bowl. 2 days after the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he if they win, do he still get that ring or something?
I don't know.
He's gonna be in jail with the ring and the handcuffs. That's, I don't know. I'll be flexing that in the prison cells right there in Ohio or something like that.
That would be crazy.
Hey, but only in Ohio. So that's pretty much it for the podcast. You know where you can find me, Primetime C Alpha on everything.
Yes, sir. Not .jjack on Instagram, and then you'll get all my socials from there after that.
But, we're back, and hopefully we can stay consistent. Consistency is all the key. I hope you guys have a great day. Life gets better and better. Hope for it. And happy Black History Month. We're out.
Yes, sir.
I got this shit inside my body that you can't feel. I've been working on my goals, I've been seeking all the greatness. And I've been talking about my pain like the Drake generation. They laughing in my face when they see the hits I'm making. I got so much shit on my brain, I tell them I can get to race. It's all better, it's all better, it's all better, it's all better. And I've been charged up trying to run the game just like a